Marbella with Him and Her are proud to be sponsored by the friendliest bar in San Pedro, the Hogan Stand. The place for amazing food, live music and sport, karaoke, quizzes, and a welcoming smile. Why would you want to go anywhere else? Check out their Instagram page at the Hogan Stand and at the Hogan Hackers for their golf society.
This podcast may contain adult themes and strong language. Hello and welcome to Marbella with Him and Her, brought to you by the Hogan Stand. He is
PJ Lopez and she is
Hannah Murray.
Can I start by saying Happy International Women's Day?
Ah, you can.
I'm very lucky to have a strong, talented, beautiful woman by my side.
I'm waiting for the... I'm expecting
And I'm
you to
also
ruin
lucky
it
to
now.
have you as well.
I knew it couldn't be as good as it sounded.
No.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen lots of really lovely, inspiring posts. And I have to say, I had a look on Facebook Memories earlier because Audrey posted something from an International Women's Lunch like 7 years ago. And up on my Facebook Memories, there were lots of really lovely posts that you did on previous years, celebrating the women in your life, paying thanks to both of our mothers, no longer with us, and me and your sister. And you said some really nice things over the years.
As I just did.
As you just almost did.
Yeah, and what I think that you get from it as a woman is me.
What?
Well, you're lucky to be with me.
Am I?
Yes.
Yes, I am. You're quite right. It's a shame there isn't an International Men's Day to celebrate.
Well, I think there is actually.
Is there?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I'm sure that doesn't go down so well as International Women's Day. But okay. I want to start also by apologising for last week. There were issues with posting the podcast last week. We did it on Sunday, and then on Monday I was trying to listen to it in my car and it wasn't working. And Monday evening I said to you, it's still not showing up on the app. What happened?
There was a problem with the XML feed.
Okay, you
What
lost
we
me.
didn't realise is that there's a limit on the XML feed, the number of episodes you can have, which you can change easily.
Okay.
But it was set to 100.
Right.
So it obviously got to a stage where it allows a little bit extra than what you've put there, but it obviously didn't allow any more than that. So
So you've changed it now?
I upped it and it went up straight away after that.
Oh, thank goodness. So apologies that it didn't go out officially until Monday evening. Poppy, our cat, has been really cuddly this week. We've got so many gorgeous photos and videos. She's been so cute and she loves a sunbathe. We've had a bit of sun on and off this week and she always goes and lays in the sun.
She's definitely your cat. She loves a bit of sunshine. So even when it's coming through the window into the bedroom, she'll find that little spot of sun and she'll just lay in it. She's as happy as can be in the sun.
And her fur, her coat, matches our duvet set.
Yes.
So
one
she
of the
blends
duvet
in
set,
perfectly.
Yes. It looks like she's in disguise.
We have been doing rehearsal. I've been doing rehearsal a lot this past week because the play is coming up next week for Very Busy Lives with ITS. It's comedy poetry in the first half, and then the second half is a play reading, which is fun. And you're doing the tech.
Yes, I've got to press a button.
A few buttons.
It's the same button.
Okay, but phone ringing and things
Yes.
like that, yeah. So that's at Havana 65 on Wednesday evening, but tickets are all sold out. There was only 40 tickets, so it sold out quite quickly.
Yes, it's not a huge venue and it's a sort of strange shape for doing something like this. So you've got to be careful where we put the seats. You can only really put 40 seats in so that people can see.
Yes, going to be good. Looking forward to it. I wanted to mention a couple of people I interviewed this week. Someone called Hannah Cox, who is a member of the Sisterhood group. She didn't go to India. I've never met her, but she's on part of the Sisterhood WhatsApp group from the UK. And she set up this thing called Project Salt Run, where she did 100 marathons in 100 days across India.
I could do that.
You really couldn't. Well, you might be able to, but not now.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen, is it? Really?
But she, in fairness, she hadn't done a marathon before. I think she did her first marathon in October 2024, and then it was in 2025 when she started this challenge.
Wow.
She wasn't a runner at all. She decided she was going to do this challenge before she had ever run a marathon.
That's crazy.
Really amazing.
And admirable.
Yeah, incredible. She's in her early 40s, I think, and just amazing how she did it. Really, really fantastic. And she raised lots of money for charity. It was called Project Salt Run because there's this big kind of fence that goes across parts of India that was built many moons ago that was connected to the colonial times and them selling salt and things like this. No, it wasn't. That was Australia.
Oh.
And also her father was born in India, so she wanted to go and see where he was born. So there was a whole kind of connection. And while we're talking about running, keep on running, I interviewed Steve Starkey this week, who is the producer, or was the producer, of one of my favourite films.
Life's like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're going to get. And got loads of interesting insights. He's written a book called On the Set of Forrest Gump, which if you're a fan of the film, who wouldn't be, then you should definitely pick it up. We were talking about the fact that all the scenes with Tom Hanks's character running was some of the hardest bits to film and took the longest time, but they used Tom Hanks's younger brother for a lot of that. The line, life is like a box of chocolates, in the book, it was completely different, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had a different meaning. Or life's not like a box of chocolates or something like that. It's the opposite to what they used in the film, which is really interesting. It wasn't actually based 100% on the book.
And the other thing, how Tom Hanks got his accent and the way that he spoke, obviously he's from Alabama, so he had to have a certain southern twang. But when they got the actor or who auditioned for playing the young Forrest Gump, the way he spoke was actually naturally how he spoke. And Tom Hanks was like, that's perfect. So he took that on for the older Forrest Gump, which is amazing that he took the lead from him. Took the lead from the young actor. Really cool. And I also interviewed V, or Victoria, from Below Deck season 10.
We love Victoria.
We literally love Victoria, and we love Below Deck. We're huge fans of the show. And she was on the last series that only finished a couple of months ago. And my goodness, did she go through a lot. So she celebrated her 23rd birthday on board, but her birthday was also the year anniversary of her boyfriend dying. Her boyfriend died on her birthday, which is just horrendous. So she was really struggling with grief and processing that. Imagine being on film the year anniversary of something like that.
It was very sad and very interesting because the grief was obviously building up inside her because obviously it was the first year anniversary, wasn't it? So she hadn't had to go through this before, and she literally started getting a blocked nose, becoming very ill, and it manifested its way as a like an illness, didn't it? She had to be sent off the boat because she really wasn't in a good way. No,
it was really sad, and there was all kinds of crap that went down. She got together with the guy called Joe.
No, don't anybody get together with Joe.
I mean, he's a bit of a rat bag, can we say that?
Yes, I think that's a polite way of saying it.
So he goes around snogging all the women, basically. He did it on the season before. So Aisha was kind of warning V to be careful of Joe. And she was like, oh, it's fine, I'm just having a bit of fun. She didn't want like a serious relationship. But Joe seemed to be the one that was into it. He was saying, I've never met anyone like you before. I want you to meet my mum. And he was the one that was trying to...
Still knew he was being snaky.
Oh, he was trying to... And we were like, wow, do we think Joe's really changing? No. But as soon as Victoria went off the boat, on her birthday, grieving about her partner who died a year ago, Joe kissed one of the other deckhands because they were all flirty.
Yes.
And we were like, oh my God, horrible of him and of her.
Yeah, it's not a very nice episode to watch.
No, it wasn't. So it was amazing chatting to V. I think she's a great person. She said I had an amazing radio voice.
You do?
Oh, that's nice. Glad she didn't mention my radio face.
No. Great face for radio.
Thank you. She's really passionate about like conservation and the planet and the oceans and things like that. And she was
sort of not sexualising it. It was what did she compare it to? So what's happened is a few people that have left Below Deck have actually gone on to do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And she said her OnlyFans would be her with like fruit and things like, to not, oh no, that sounds really bad, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, not fruit.
I don't mean that.
No, like bits of plastic and things basically taken from the ocean.
Making it like environmentally friendly, but not in a sexual way. So it wouldn't be OnlyFans.
No.
I went down a rabbit hole.
You
there.
did a little bit, yes. Anyway, we love Victoria. I also was invited to do a talk this week by my friend Aoife at the school that she teaches at in La Colonia in San Pedro called Brave Generation Academy. And it was children age 11 to 17. So quite a big spectrum of ages. And yeah, I was there to talk about my job on the radio, a bit about TV and also a bit about our podcast. And I'm keeping you up.
Sorry.
You did like a noisy yawn then.
Didn't make any noise.
It did make a noise. They were really polite and confident. They were coming up and hugging me and they asked so many questions. It was brilliant. Sometimes when you're doing a talk, even to adults, nobody asks questions. Everyone's a bit embarrassed. But these kids putting their hands up, asking so many great questions. One of them said, because of the rise in interest in podcasts, does that mean less people are listening to the radio? And I was like, what a great question.
What a great question.
Really, really good. And they were sharing, because I was talking about the book show, so they were sharing different books that they were reading, saying, oh, maybe you could get this author on. So I was writing down different names. And we were trying to think beforehand any celebrity names that I could mention that I did interviewed that they will have heard of because of the age. And you came up with Lamal. And I was like, they're not going to know Lamal from the 80s. But Neverending Story was in the latest series of Stranger Things.
Yeah, well, I think it might have been in a very early series, actually, but it keeps trending round and round. So it's one of those trends on TikTok that you see them singing it and obviously the song in the background, but they actually physically sing it in the series themselves. So,
wow. So yeah, a few of them knew that. I also mentioned Richard Osman, who presents House of Games on BBC Two, and a few of them knew that. Obviously, he's a best-selling author, but they knew him from the telly. And Ricky Gervais as well. A few of them were not that I've interviewed Ricky Gervais, but I got him as a guest for someone else when I first started out. And it was great. I was chatting to one of the boys. He came up afterwards and said, I was really impressed when he mentioned Richard Osman because my gran loves that show. And he said that he, tries to watch sometimes, but he said he's not very good. He finds it too difficult. And I said, well, that's hopefully the fun thing about quizzing. It can be fun and you learn as you go along. And I said, my favourite round was,
Where is
Kazakhstan? Thank you. And he said, I don't know that one. And I explained it to him. It's about geography, and a lot of people that go on the show really aren't very good at geography. And he said, yeah, no, I'm not that great at geography. So I suggested that he play Geo Challenge, which is a computer game that you can get on your phone or on your computer, and it's great for learning more about geography. You learn more about the flags for each country, the shape of countries, and also you get a map of the world and you need to pinpoint where certain things are, and you get points depending on how close you are to the actual landmark. It's great. You've done it as well, haven't you?
Yes, I got stuck on a country and I couldn't move past it.
It's really fun, though, and a really great way to learn more about geography. And they bought me flowers.
Oh, that's really sweet.
It was so nice. Aoife presented me with a bunch of flowers and we got photos together. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the experience, and it's lovely being around confident kids.
Well, I still think that you could develop an additional career out of teaching people how to present, because I think you're so good at it, and interviewing techniques and things like that. Because with the rollout of podcasts, there's some people that do podcasts that haven't got a clue and they don't sound great.
Yeah.
So I think you could set something up where you help and teach people to do that.
Yes, because I've got so much time on my hands.
Well, you use it wisely then.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you about, as we go along, what's happening next week. There's something literally every day.
You've got more time now that you've stopped watching Love Island All-Stars.
Oh, stop it. I haven't got more time now. I've just got a part in a play where we're rehearsing 2 times a week. It's crazy. On Friday night, we had a bit of an impromptu evening. We were going to stay in on Friday, but we didn't. We had a message from Aoife and Maeve, who had gone to La Casita and were really enjoying the meatballs that you had.
Yes. So this started off basically as jealousy.
Yes, on our part.
You're the only person that hadn't had the meatballs.
I know.
And you were wanting to have those meatballs. I was
like, can we go?
So we went, and we were only going to go and have some meatballs and a glass of wine. 2 bottles of wine later and an early morning karaoke session. Mm-hmm. That's how it ended up, basically. Yeah. Not the best idea, was it, when we had lots on this week? But it was great fun.
Oh, it was absolutely great.
Excellent fun.
Brilliant. So the meatballs are insane. They also have these beef rendang spring rolls.
Say that again.
It's too many vowels. Beef rendang spring rolls.
Sounds like you're about to sing a song.
Can definitely recommend La Casita. It's in San Pedro, in the main street, opposite the 24-hour pharmacy.
Yeah, it used to be the Belgian place.
Yeah. Really great selection of tapas, good prices, and nice wine.
Yes, they did, and not too expensive, actually.
No, it wasn't crazy at all. And yes, we did enjoy some karaoke back at ours. Oh, I still haven't seen the videos.
Yeah, you probably don't want to.
Okay. On Saturday, I did an exercise class. 2 Saturdays in a row, I've done an exercise class. Yay me!
Yes, you are like Superwoman.
I never thought I'd be one of those people that exercises at the weekend.
Nor did I.
Well, there you go. There was this elevated Pilates class, CBD edition, that was...
So you sat around smoking a spliff and then did some Pilates?
No, we really didn't smoke a spliff. No, not at all. It was done at Allegra Studios, run by Kate in Puerto Banús on the La Sala roundabout, but it was on the rooftop just by the entrance to where the dentist is. And it was run by Lenny. She runs Truth, Health and Fitness Marbella, and she's great. She's so positive and fun and bubbly. So she was running the Pilates class. And then Claire was there from the Leaf TLC, which is a CBD brand that she's created after a lot of research, and she does the oils, the gummies, things like that. So she gave us a little talk afterwards, and we had a couple of drops of CBD oil that was supposed to relax us. It was without THC, which means it's not non-hallucinogenic, basically.
You don't get the highs out of it,
No,
basically.
exactly. So it was fine to drive afterwards, thank goodness. So yeah, it was really interesting, and she really knows her stuff. And CBD oil can be really, really beneficial for lots of health things and mental health issues and pain, and it's helped so many people. I definitely recommend getting in touch with Claire at the Leaf TLC if you want more information on that. And Lenny's always doing all kinds of fitness classes at Allegra Studios or on the beach in San Pedro, so she's worth a follow as well. We went to an audition then on Saturday for Ladies' Day.
I'm a lady!
I'm a lady! Which is our main play, or the first main play of this year, coming up in May with ITS, and we both got parts.
We did. I've got a small part.
Well, you don't need to tell everyone that. You could have kept that to yourself. You are Patrick. Who is Patrick?
Patrick is an Irish jockey.
Brilliant.
I've got to practice my Irish accent.
Yes. Anything else you need to do?
Well, there's one part in the play that I do mention my weight, and let's just say that that's not my weight.
Your jockey weight. You have to say that you're 8 stone 4.
I don't know why you keep laughing when you look at me and say 8 stone 4.
I'm sorry, it's not
I've only
funny.
got to lose a couple of pounds.
Uh-huh. Which is doable.
Not 5 stone, like you said. Not that heavy.
Sorry, I didn't do the maths when I said that. So yes, and I'm playing the part of Shelley, who's a bit of a
Cow.
Yeah, that's fair. And it's about these 4 women in northern England, working class women that work in a fish packing factory, which is really unglamorous and smelly. And they all dream of dressing up and going to Ladies' Day with beautiful hats and dresses. And eventually that happens. So it's the journey to that and all the little relationshipy bits along the way, both with the friends and various men in the play. And my dad's been cast as well.
He has.
Sheila's directing.
Yes.
So it's a real family affair.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be really fun. Then last night we went over to Amy and Ross's house and had some delicious food with them. She's so good, Amy, isn't she?
Bang, bang cauliflower. That's all I'm going to say.
It was really good. It was the first time she did it. It was nice.
Lovely. I mean, she says she wants to perfect it, but I thought that was perfect. Absolutely loved it.
And she's definitely perfected the corn ribs.
Oh, yeah. Well,
gorgeous.
I did ask Ross some tips on cutting them, and yeah, it's just basically don't cut your fingers off, which is
he didn't really give advice. He just said you have to be careful not to cut your fingers off, which is putting you off trying it.
Yeah, I think I'll just have it at theirs.
Okay, fair enough. She got some beautiful steak and sliced it. And
beautiful.
Really, really nice.
Hadron peppers.
And we met Ross's older brother, Rory, who was there with his wife and had lovely chats with them, which is nice.
Always nice to meet new people, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And we played a game. We played the sound game, which is one of the ones we got for Christmas. And the kids were really good, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. They both got into it. They're both very good at it.
Yeah, it's such a difficult game because it's kind of like charades, but you can't use your arms. You have to have your arms behind your back and you can make sounds. You can't talk or describe something. So imagine if you're like a pencil sharpener. Oh, I had to be a pepper grinder at one stage, didn't I?
You didn't do
I was
that
a
well.
pepper grinder. I mean, what kind of noise does a pepper grinder make? And you can't use your hands to make the obvious
Glad
action.
you didn't use your hands. That would not look like a pepper grinder, what you've just done there.
Yes, it does. So I've got my hands behind my back, so I'm kind of leaning forward onto the table and putting both elbows one after the other forwards, dancing with my body. And that's all I could do
Basically,
to try
you
and
were
be
just swinging your boobs from side to side.
Basically, yeah. And nobody got that was a pepper grinder.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. You came out with the bizarre line when we were chatting with Orla, Ross's sister-in-law. She was saying about how she was trying to play the flute at one stage. And obviously the listeners will know all about you and your recorder playing. And you made some weird comment about wanting to play the flute and ended up saying, I think I need a bigger flute, which was quite a funny line.
I'm not sure where it came from.
I'm not sure where it came
why
from.
I said it.
So you've said about needing a bigger flute. And what was the other thing? That you needed, that you had a small part. Today we had a lovely, lovely Sunday lunch at the Hogan Stand, and it was by invitation of lovely Mary, who was celebrating her 80th birthday. Mary used to be on your quiz team, Director's Cut.
She's one of the original Director's Cuts.
She moved back to the UK a couple of years ago, but her daughter Nicola still lives here, who's a big fan of the pod. She said she hasn't missed an episode.
I know, even I've missed an episode. Even you've missed an episode.
Oh, that's so nice. And she was giving us lots of feedback, wasn't she? It was great.
Yeah, really good.
Really kind. She also made some delicious cakes and desserts, which we enjoyed.
We might have had.
We bought Mary some Pandora charms because when she left back to the UK, we bought her a Pandora bracelet with a charm on it. So we all clubbed together and got her 3 charms, including a Spanish fan.
Yeah, and the box that came in that said, with love from Spain, that she can put her charms into.
And Zoe Louise was there, who is a lovely singer on the Costa del Sol, and her daughter is just gorgeous. And her daughter was there, and we were all waving at each other as they were leaving. And I was waving at Zoe's daughter because I've met her lots of times over the years. And Zoe was saying something to her and pointing at me, explaining who I was. And you could see her face look really blank. And then suddenly her face lit up and I was wondering what Zoe said. And she came over and she said she only recognised you or realised who you were when I said she's the one that's on the back of the toilet door.
So you're now famous in toilets in Costa del Sol.
Because at the Hogan Stand, they have coming up this week and Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Hannah's quiz. So she recognises me from that, which
you're
is
famous in the toilets. How does that feel?
Amazing. One of the videos that I posted this week that went, I don't want to say viral, it wasn't viral, but it got a lot of likes and comments and laughter, was a video from 5 years ago at rehearsal when we were rehearsing for Towards Zero, and it was at a lady's villa in Guadalmina, and there was a couple of us in the garden. There was an absolutely stunning sky. Inigo was filming me and he said, Hannah, I'm filming you. And he said, are you enjoying rehearsal? And I went, yeah. And then I went to do a sort of split leap jump near the pool.
No, I think you were going to pretend to fall in the pool.
Oh, yeah.
And then you actually slipped and nearly fell in the pool.
Yeah. And then the camera kind of goes wobbly and you hear Bev in the background go, oh, shit! It's really funny. And me
funny.
And quite a few other people have watched it multiple times after I posted it this week.
Well worth a watch, that one.
Yes, well, we'll share it as part of the video. A few articles to mention from the Euro Weekly News. Storm Regina is still hanging around. Heavy mud, rain and wind all over Spain. Not really here so much,
Well, that's lucky, isn't it? Because you left the clothes out today.
Oh, yes, we thought it rained.
You got too carried away with the sunshine. Sunshine.
Thanks. Spain's cheapest homes have been revealed. You can get apartments here for as little as 30 grand.
Not here.
Not here. Guess where?
In the arse end of Spain.
No, it's in one of the major cities.
Madrid.
No.
Barcelona.
No.
Seville.
No.
Okay, we're just going to go through every city.
Well, if you were going in order, I thought you'd do another one before Seville. Valencia.
Valencia.
Okay. So there was one that was 31,500 euros that was in the city centre of Valencia. And then there were others that were under 40, around 35, that was just Valencia province. But seriously good.
Yeah. I don't see how that's possible.
No, I don't. But it is. It was in the paper, so it must be true.
Oh, everything's in the paper that's true.
Yeah. There is a Ouigo. Is that how you say it? Ouigo. Ouigo.
That's how I'd say it.
Yeah,
That might not be the right way of saying it.
It's a train company who have launched a €9 train ticket for travel across Spain. This is between August and December of this year. It's only €7 for children, €9 for adults,
I'll tell you where it won't be between Malaga and Madrid.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's still closed completely.
Is it still?
There are
They're
no
still
trains.
working on it. It's funny, isn't it? I was thinking we haven't done much, if any, train travel across Spain, and we've talked about doing it for a long time. But obviously those 3 or 4 accidents that all happened in a week kind of put me off a bit.
But also, I don't think it's the cheapest way to travel.
No,
in
it's
Spain.
not.
We did it in Italy. When we went to Italy on holiday, we pre-booked our tickets. So we flew to Rome, had a couple of nights in Rome. Then we got the train to Verona,
Yeah.
had a night in Verona. And then we got the train from Verona to
Florence.
Florence. I was going to say Firenze,
Oh, very good. Very
which is
good.
the Italian for Florence. If you're in the know, you're in the know.
But there are some great deals that come up with train travel in Spain. So if you download the Ouigo app or go on their website, it's Ouigo, then yeah, check that out. Looks good. And something I sort of wasn't surprised to see, because I felt like I noticed this when I went to Mercadona this last week. Mercadona cuts prices on 200 plus products.
Yeah, so we've been having a bit of a moan about Mercadona in recent weeks, and now suddenly they've got some like lower prices. I think they've done it now and again, but not that often.
Do you think it's because they've been listening to our podcast
I
and
think it's
taken on our feedback?
only because of listening to our podcast.
Must be.
Yeah, so that's good, because Lidl and Carrefour and all those places always do offers, whether it's 2 for 1, whether it's buy one and get one at 70% off, all those types of offers. But you don't get that in Mercadona. So I'm glad they're on board with some offers.
Definitely. From prices cutting to prices surging, fuel prices surge. Petrol and diesel could jump by 30 cents in Spain.
Yeah, it's already been shooting up, literally overnight. So as soon as it all started, kicked off in Iran, there's I can't remember what, it's a Straits of something they call it. It's a waterway that all the shipping goes down, and that's pretty much closed. And
Straits of Gibraltar?
No.
Okay.
It's near Iran.
Ah, okay. Suez Canal?
No.
Okay.
Isn't that?
Shall I stop talking?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's closed pretty much to shipping, and obviously that's where all the fuel gets taken through.
Yeah.
So this is what I don't understand. It's not because the petrol at the moment or the oil has cost more. It's anticipation that it's going to cost more, so they put it straight up.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but problem with that is that everything around it also goes up. Food, cost of food, because obviously you have to transport food, and then they say, oh, but it's costing us more. But it doesn't do it the other way. Have you noticed that? You don't see big reductions.
No.
So it's sort of when it's set, it's set.
Yeah. Well, I suppose once people start paying it, they go, we don't need to reduce it now because it's wrong, isn't it? I mean, That is the way the world works. We have just watched an incredible film. I've been wanting to watch it for ages and we're always too busy. And we've just watched I Swear.
Amazing, emotional. And if you didn't understand anything about Tourette's before, other than what you might have heard and just think it's a very funny thing because people say inappropriate things all the time, which they do. But wow, watch the film. You get a real in-depth look at what it's like living with Tourette's, based on a true story. And it's already won some awards at the BAFTAs.
And well deserved. It's amazing, really well told, and it really gives you an insight into this guy's life and what he had to deal with and his parents and how they dealt or didn't deal with it. And just these absolute angels who came into his life and really understood and helped and supported him, and just life changers, wasn't it?
Absolutely. And he became someone to educate other people about Tourette's.
Yeah. Oh, it's a really, really lovely story. And it is funny with the swearing. And he says himself that he laughs sometimes, and that comes across in the film because he often says the most inappropriate thing for the situation. Shocking stuff he comes out with, but it is funny sometimes. But it's okay to laugh because he laughs.
Yeah, he'll be asked to do a talk at a school and he'll say, I'm a paedophile.
Yeah, I mean, literally.
Literally, the things that you just shouldn't say.
Yes, the worst things to say. But he's brilliant. The actor who does it really well.
Yeah, really well.
So can definitely recommend I Swear. If you've got young children, possibly not.
No, they might learn a few new words. I think I did.
Yes. Well, that is it from us. Bit of a quieter one this week. I hope that's okay.
Cock in your hand. Sorry, that's one of his Tourette's
Oh, one of the best scenes is when these parents introduce their daughter to him because she has Tourette's and she's in her early 20s and she's never met and come into contact with anyone else with Tourette's. So they meet and they really kind of bond and support each other because they're both ticking and swearing. And so he gets in the car next to her and the two of them just go nuts,
just
like uncontrollably. They're obviously like edging each other, like it's a weird thing, but they're both coming out with horrendous things. And then they're both like, hi, you're right. Yeah.
They described it actually in a very, very good way. So they try, obviously they don't want to tick and they try to suppress it. And the more they try to suppress it, the bigger it becomes.
And they explode.
They said, imagine trying to keep in 400 sneezes, and you're just building up every time you want to sneeze. Eventually you just explode with a massive sneeze. And that's what it's like with Tourette's.
So hard to imagine, isn't it? But this film really does enable you to understand a bit more about what it's like. An incredible amount of sympathy for anyone going through it, because it must be so hard, so challenging. That is it from us. I hope you have a wonderful week. Hope the sun comes out as much as possible. We've got rehearsals galore next week for 2 different plays. We've got the Irish quiz because we're coming up to St. Patrick's Day the following week. So next Thursday is the Irish St. Patrick's quiz. So if you are Irish and you'd like to come to the Hogan's quiz, let me know.
You don't have to be Irish.
Oh, you don't have to be Irish, but I mean, Irish people are more likely to get excited about the Irish quiz.
And don't forget, the place to be on St. Patrick's Day
is the Hogan Stand, the friendliest bar in San Pedro. It is goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from her.